She requested the ride at 11:52 p.m. The app showed the driver was 3 minutes away. She watched the little car icon move toward her on the map. She got in, said hello. The driver did not respond. She assumed he was tired. She looked out the window. After 4 minutes, she noticed the route was wrong. She opened the app to check. The app showed her ride had not started yet. The driver had not accepted her request. The car she was sitting in wasn't her Uber. She looked at the driver for the first time. He was looking at her in the mirror. He said, "I have been waiting for you for a long time." She jumped out at the next set of traffic lights. She ran. She never looked back. The police could not trace the vehicle. They told her she was lucky she checked the app. Tonight's stories were submitted directly to Cold Midnights by the people who survived them. Names and locations have been changed to protect those who trusted me with these stories. If you enjoy true disturbing stories, that actually happened, make sure you're subscribed, because on this channel, we only tell the kind of stories that stay with you long after the video ends. And if this one gets to you, leave a like so it reaches someone else. This is what happened when the ride did not end where it was supposed to. I remember thinking he was just quiet. I had quiet drivers before. I was so tired I almost fell asleep. Then I looked at my phone. The app said my driver was still 2 minutes away. I looked up at the man in front of me. He was watching me in the mirror. I said, "Sorry, I think I got in the wrong car." He said, "No, you did not." I tried the door handle. Child lock. I called 911 immediately. Stayed on the line. Told the operator everything I could see through the window. At the next red light, I screamed as loud as I could and hit the window. A man on the pavement heard me, knocked on the driver's window. The driver panicked and unlocked the doors. I ran. The police caught the driver 3 streets away. He had done it before. A different woman. 6 months earlier. She had not been as lucky as me. I think about her every single time I get into a car at night. I check the plate now. Every time. No matter how tired I am. Every single time. The driver was friendly, talkative, normal. Everything felt fine for the first 10 minutes. Then I realized we were going the wrong way. I mentioned it. Casually. Said he had missed the turning. He said he knew a quicker route. I checked the map on my phone. We were not on a quicker route. We were on a road that led away from my house, away from the city, into an area I did not recognize. I said I wanted him to turn around. He said we were nearly there. I said there was nothing near here. My house was in the opposite direction. He went quiet. The car slowed down. He pulled onto a side road and stopped the engine. He turned around in his seat and looked at me. He said, "You remind me of someone." I opened the door and got out. We were in an industrial area, empty, no street lights, no other vehicles. I walked. I did not run because I did not want him to know how frightened I was. I kept my phone to my ear, called my wife, told her where I was, told her to stay on the line. The car sat there for 4 minutes with the engine off. Then it drove away. My wife stayed on the phone with me for 40 minutes until I reached a main road and ordered another cab. I reported the driver to the taxi company. They told me he had 3 previous complaints, all similar. All women or men traveling alone at night. They said they had not acted on the complaints because nothing had happened. I asked them what needed to happen before they acted. They did not answer. He is still licensed. As far as I know, he is still driving. I have not taken a taxi since that night. My wife cried when I got home. She said those 40 minutes on the phone were the longest of her life. I know exactly how she felt. The third account tonight is the one that has moved me most since I received it. It was submitted by a taxi driver named M, not a passenger, the driver himself, because sometimes the person who is frightened is not the one in the back seat. I have been driving taxis for 11 years, night shifts mostly. You see everything in 11 years. Nothing surprises you anymore. Until one night in January, it did. I picked up a fare at 2 a.m. outside a pub. A young woman, early 20s. She gave me an address. She was quiet but not distressed. Just tired. Halfway through the journey, I looked in the mirror to check on her. The back seat was empty. I pulled over immediately, checked the car. She was gone. I had not stopped. I had not slowed down significantly. The doors had not opened. I would have heard them. She was simply not there. I called the police. They came. They checked the car. Nothing to explain what had happened. They took the address she had given me. The following day, an officer came to see me. He told me the address she had given did not exist. The street name was real, but the house number corresponded to an empty plot. He asked me to describe her. I described her as best I could. Young, dark hair, pale, wearing a light-colored coat despite it being January. He showed me a photograph. He asked me if that was her. It was. He told me she had been reported missing 14 months earlier. He told me she had never been found. I have never told this story publicly until now. I was afraid nobody would believe me. I'm still afraid of that. But I think about her every single night I drive. I look in the mirror at every passenger. I make sure they are there every single time. Because the night she wasn't there changed me in a way I cannot explain and have never recovered from. I hope she is somewhere safe. I hope she found her way home. I got a notification from the Uber app at 3 a.m. on a Thursday. A driver had rated me as a passenger. 1 star. The comment attached said, "You should not have left without saying goodbye." I had not taken an Uber that day. I had not taken one in 4 days. I checked my ride history. There was a journey listed that I hadn't taken. That night, at 1 a.m., from a location near my house to an address I did not recognize, under my account, with my payment details. Someone had used my Uber account to book a ride from near my house in the middle of the night, under my name, with my card. The driver had rated the passenger, whoever had been using my account, as me, and left that comment. "You should not have left without saying goodbye." I reported it to Uber immediately. They investigated and found the account had been accessed from a device I did not recognize. They could not tell me who had accessed it. They could not tell me who had taken that ride. They could not tell me what the comment meant. The address the ride ended at was a street near my mother's house, a street I walk down regularly. The police investigated. They found nothing. I changed every password I owned that morning. But the comment stays with me. You should not have left without saying goodbye. Who was supposed to be saying goodbye? And to whom? I have never found an answer that makes sense. I do not think I ever will. The last account tonight was not submitted to me. I found it in the comment section of a video I posted months ago. A man had written it at 2 a.m. on a Sunday morning. He had not signed it with a name, just the words. I need someone to know this. I reached out to him. He gave me permission to share it here. This is what he wrote. My daughter was 20 years old. She was a student. She was smart and careful, and she always texted me when she got home safe. Every single night without fail for 3 years. One night she did not text. I called her. No answer. I called her friends. Nobody had seen her since she left the party at midnight. She had ordered an Uber. The driver confirmed he had picked her up, confirmed the route, confirmed he had dropped her at her flat. He had a 5-star rating, 412 reviews, no complaints. She was never seen again. The driver was interviewed 3 times. His account never changed. He dropped her at her flat. She got out. He drove away. He did not know what happened after that. There was no evidence to charge him with anything. The case is still open. She has been missing for 2 years and 4 months. I still have every text she ever sent me. I read them sometimes when it gets very bad. The last one was from the night of the party, before she ordered the Uber. It said, "Heading home now, Dad. We'll text when I get in. Love you." She never got in. I've spent 2 years and 4 months trying to understand how someone can get into a car and simply not arrive at the other end. I have not found an answer. I do not know if I ever will. I just needed someone to know. I just needed her to not be forgotten. Her name was Ellie. She was 20 years old. She loved horror films and old bookshops and making people laugh. She was supposed to graduate this summer. She should have been texting me tonight.
5 rides. 5 people who trusted a stranger with the most vulnerable thing there is, their safety. Check the plate tonight. Check the name. Check the app is running. And when you get home safe, tell someone. Because somewhere tonight, there is a father still waiting for a text that is never going to come. Her name was Ellie. She was 20 years old. She should not be forgotten.